سلام عليكم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope you are well and in a good health. This is the first session of the advanced operating system class. Um, Hi, can you hear me clearly? Thank you, Tahir. Um, okay. Okay, first of all, I'm going to share the first document. Um, Okay, Tara, I'm going to share the PDF file, and also I think that you need to download the PDF file from the portal, from the Darsa. Okay, so let me to uh, welcome. Alaikum assalam, Muhammad Ibrahim. Okay, so please let me to share appropriate file in the portal. Okay. I uploaded the introduction file, the introduction PDF in the portal. Please check. Please check it. Alaikum assalam, Allah. I'm waiting, Tahir. Please check. Please check that the file which is uploaded in the portal or not, and also try to download the PDF file. Okay, Tahir. Okay, thank you. Um, is there any candidate for translation in the class from English to Arabic or from Farsi to Arabic for your classmate? Is there any candidate or not? Alaikum assalam, Umar Ali. Ali Talib. It's up to you if you need a translator and if there is any candidate for translation. Okay, Tyre, can you help me for translate in English to Arabic? Yes, yes, Ali Muhammad Tahir. I will to uh, enable microphone right for participants. Okay, so you can talk. Yes, Omar. Translator that translate from English to Arabic for your classmate. This translation can be beneficial for our class because some student I can serve, but from the second lecture. Oh, not today, Tahar. From Farsi to Arabic or English to Arabic. Okay, is there is no difference for me. Both of them is can be beneficial for the class. Um, Tahar, it's not important because you uh, you should translate my sentences to okay to Arabic, and I think there is not important to see the lecture before the class. I think okay, okay. Are you ready? Okay, please. So please talk. I waited to hear you. I'm going to check your sound.
Hi, sir. My voice. You have my voice now?
Yes, it's clear. Okay, thank you. Uh, Thank you, Tar. Okay, so uh, I'm going to start this session and this lecture. Um, um, I'm going to talk about the distributed operating system in this course. Um, you learn the principle of database of operating system in the previous degree, in the bachelor degree, and in the master degree. I'm going to talk about the advanced operating systems. Okay, so in this course, I'm going to talk about distributed operating system, uh, which one type of modern operating system, and these operating systems are utilized in a different type of system nowadays. Okay, first of all, um, what is an operating system? This is the first question that we know. We know it's because we learned the definition of operating systems in the previous degree. We know the operating system includes uh, different modules such as process management, memory management, and blah blah blah. Okay, different modules uh, are in operating system. Operating system is very important software which are installed on the hardware and the operating system is responsible to manage our resources, our hardware resources and software resources. Okay.
Okay, can translate. Can translate?
Yes, yes,
No?
yes. Please.
السلام عليكم اخواني. الاستاذ يقول تو درستوا الاوبريتنج سيستم بالبكالوريوس، بس بالماستر راح نعطيكم ادفانسد اوبريتنج سيستم متطور يكون شويه عن اللي اخذتوه. اللي يقول الاوبريتنج سيستم هو يدير الهاردوير مال الكمبيوتر، وهو مسؤول عن كل موارد الكمبيوتر. هو يكون واسطة انترفيس بين اليوزر او الكمبيوتر. Yes sir. Go on.
Okay, what is an operating system? Finish, Tara? Okay.
Yes, finish, sir.
Okay. What is an operating system? The operating system, or OS, is an intermediary between the user of a computer and the computer hardware. The operating system is a software which is between the computer hardware and applications. This software is very important because it manages the computer hardware and all resources in computer. An amazing aspect of operating system is how is varied they are accomplishing this task. There are different operating systems which can be used in mainframe, in personal computer, in handheld computer, in mobile. Okay, so different types of operating system are introduced up to now by different companies to manage the computer hardware. Tahir, please talk about this slide. Thank you.
اوكي. الاستاذ يقول ما هو الاوبريتنج سيستم، اللي هو ما هو النظام التشغيل. النظام التشغيل هو يكون حاله وسطيه بين المستخدم وبين الكمبيوتر وبين بالذات الهاردوير مال الكمبيوتر. يدير هاردوير الكمبيوتر. يقول amazing aspect of operating system هو الظاهرة المدهشة للأنظمة التشغيل، هو حتى يتغلب على المشاكل الموجودة بالنظام. المين فريم اوبريتنج سيستم حتى يتغلب على المشاكل الموجودة بالاوبريتنج سيستم الرئيسي اكو بيرسونال، وبالنسبة للكمبيوتر بيرسونال اللي هو الشخصي، والمحمول الكمبيوتر الصغير والكمبيوتر الكبير. Yes sir.
In this slide, you can see again another definition and operating system. An OS is a software layer to manage details of hardware resources. And you can see in this figure the OS is between the applications layer and the hardware layer, and the OS is a set of utilities to simplify application development. It consists of different modules, different components. You learn them in the principal database. Some concepts such as process management, memory management, virtual memory, mutual exclusion, deadlock, okay, and other module and concept are defined for operating system. And okay, so this OS in this layer include different modules that are used to simplify the application development. Okay, Kyle.
ال OS اللي هو عبارة عن Operating System. بالنسبة لنظام الطبقات اللي نفس اللي أخذنا بالشبكات إذا تذكرون، فيكون واقع بين الأبليكيشن والهاردوير. يعني الأبليكيشن ما تشتغل إلا بوجود الأوبريتنج سيستم. اكو بعض يبسط الأدوات الأتريتيز الخاصة بالتطبيقات المتطورة. الأوبريتنج سيستم هو بين الأبليكيشن والهاردوير. Yes, sir. Go on.
Okay, what are the course aims? In this course, I'm going to provide an understanding of the technical issues involved in the design of modern operating system or modern distributed system. Okay, now I'm going to introduce different types of distributed systems and some modules which are used in the distributed systems. Okay, as this module or component nowadays is very important because they are used to help us to use distributed systems, and also I'm going to talk about the main principle underlying distributed systems. I'm going to talk about the process, communication, naming, synchronization, replication, consistency, and other concepts which are defined for modern operating system. Tahar, please talk.
اوكي. اهداف هذا الكورس يقول الاستاذ راح اعطيكم مفاهيم تشمل مشاكل تكنيكيه. راح يعطينا design of modern distributed system، يعني تصميم الحديث للتوزيعات الأنظمة التشغيل. راح يعطينا الأساسيات للديستريبيوتد سيستم مثل البروسيس والعمليات والكوميونيكيشن الاتصالات والنيمينج الأسماء والسينكرونايزيشن السنكرة والريبليكيشن أيضا الكونسيستنسي الإعادة والاستمرارية.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the distributed systems, some design goals of distributed systems, and and introduce some types of distributed systems. This is the first session, and I'm going to talk about to define this type of systems, and also some different characteristics between the distributed system and centralized system. In the first slide of distributed system, you can see the definition of distributed system. A distributed system is a piece of software that ensures that a collection of independent computers appears to its users as a single coherent system. Okay, so a distributed system consists of some independent computer. In this figure you can see some independent computers, computer 1, computer 2, 3 and 4, but these computers appears to its users as a single coherent system because there is a layer which is called middleware. This layer is a software layer which is installed on each computer, and so this includes some programs which are used to appears our system for its user as a single coherent system. Okay, so there are two aspects in this definition. There are some independent computers which are connected through high-speed network or LAN or any other network, okay? And also there is a single system because there is a middleware which is installed on each systems, on each machine. The middleware get the request from the application, and it is responsible to manage all requests from all applications. The middleware layer get the request from the application, find appropriate resources, appropriate CPU, appropriate graphic card, and other resources to perform to run the application, to execute the application. Okay, so yes, so this layer is responsible to appear all independent computer as a single coherent system. Okay, Tahir, you can talk about this. Thank you.
اوكي سهل. هنا يقول شنو تعريف الديستريبيوتد سيستم؟ الديستريبيوتد سيستم هو قطعة سوفت وير تضمن مجموعة كمبيوترات مستقلة تظهر للمستخدم كنظام واحد. الديستريبيوتد سيستم هنا يكون بالميدل وير، يعني بالطبقة الوسطى بين الابليكيشنز اللي هي تطبيقات وبين اللوكال الاوبريتنج سيستم، النظام التشغيل، شو نقول احنا، الموقع اللي هو النظام الواحد، الاول والثاني والثالث والرابع. الاوبريتنج سيستم هنا يقوم بتنفيذ ما تطلبه التطبيقات وينفذ البرامج حتى يحصل على اليوزر اللي يريده. هنا يقول two aspects: independent computer و single system. اللي هو الاندبندنت كمبيوتر يعني عبارة عن كمبيوترات مستقلة ويظهرها كأنه نظام واحد. وهنا رجع عاد الأستاذ أنه الديستريبيوتد سيستم اللي هو بالطبقة الوسطى اللي يربط بين الابليكيشن وبين الاوبريتنج سيستم. يعني أنت من تدخل على الكمبيوتر وتطلب فد شيء عن طريق ابليكيشن، اللي ينفذ لك إياها هو الاوبريتنج سيستم. Sorry sir, someone asked Mr. Salah Abdel Mahdi asked what is the operating system. Can I answer him?
Okay, Salah. I read this question. What is the OS? Salah, you know that the OS is a software. You know the Windows OS, the Mac OS, the Android OS, and other operating system. The operating system is a software which is installed on each machine to manage hardware. Okay. Your question is not clear for me. You ask about the operating system in distributed system, or is a usual question about the operating system? Do you know? Do you want to know something about the operating system or distributed system? Your question is not clear for me.
I think he wants to know in general. I think.
Oh, okay.
I can explain it to him. Mr. صلاح إذا تسمعني. الأوبريتنج سيستم هو إذا عندك حاسبة، هو الويندوز الموجود على حاسبتك، هو هذا الاوبريتنج سيستم. الاكس بي، الويندوز 7، ويندوز 10 بالنسبه للمايكروسوفت، والماك كنتوش بالنسبه للابل، او السامسونج هو الاندرويد، التليفونات الابل هي الاي او اس. هذا عباره هو عن نظام التشغيل، هو اوبريتنج سيستم. واضح؟ اكتب لي واضح. اوكي سير.
Thank you, Tyler. Okay. What are the advantages of distributed system over centralized system? I say you that in this course I'm going to talk about the distributed systems. Okay, what are the advantages of distributed systems? Because we usually use the centralized system in general, but distributed system is another type of system which are usually are used by many organizations, many I don't know university, and nowadays by using it can be used by the client, because for example you can use the cloud computing, some applications which are presented in the web. There are usually these applications are installed on the distributed system. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the distributed system. First of all, it can be beneficial for us to know the advantage of distributed systems. The first advantage is economics. We know a collection of microprocessors offer a better price per performance than mainframe. The mainframe is expensive, is so costly, and cannot buy by the usual people, and so the mainframe can is provided by some big organization and I don't know, universities, but the usual people cannot buy this computer, the mainframe. And also when we use a distributed systems, we know the distributed system is a collection of computers. Okay, so the collection of general computer, it can be a personal computer which are connected by the LAN, by the network. Okay, so we know that the personal computer workstation can buy by any user. And so these and also when we execute a program on a distributed systems, we can use their resources of some computers, some machines to perform any applications. Okay, so the applications can divide to different tasks, and each task can map to different matching. So we can execute a program in parallel. So I can say a collection of microprocessors offer a better price per performance than mainframe. And it's a cost-effective way to increase computing power, because when we want to increase the computing power of a distributed system, we can increase the number of matches, and it's not so costly. Okay, please start talk about this, and after that, inshallah, I will continue.
اوكي. الاستاذ يقول ما هي الفائده من السيستم؟ يقول الشيء المهم هو الاقتصاديه، يعني مجموعه المايكرو بروسيسور هنا راح يعطينا سعر قابل للتنفيذ. أقل كلفة من المين فريم. المين فريم هذني الحاسبات اللي تستخدمها المؤسسات زي مثل الأورجنايزيشن، الانستتيوشن، المؤسسات الكبيرة. هذه بالنسبة يقول بالنسبة هاي المين فريم غالية. مو احنا ما نقدر احنا نشتريها لكن بيرسونال يوزر. فاحنا نستخدم المايكرو بروسيسورز الهواية اللي تعطينا اقل كلفة وسرعة في تنفيذ التطبيقات. البروسيسور هو يقوم بتنفيذ ما يطلبه اليوزر عن طريق الابليكيشن. عدة أوامر ينفذها عن طريق الابليكيشن. أنت تطلبها ينفذ لك إياها البروسيسور أو المايكرو بروسيسور بصورة بردازج موازي، صورة موازية، طريقة موازية حتى تكون السرعة بالأداء. Okay.
Thank you. Another advantage is speed. A distributed system may have more total computing power than a mainframe. A mainframe. Okay, because distributed systems include some matchings. Okay, so by increasing the number of matchings, we can increase the computing power and enhance performance and through a load distributing. Yeah, we talked about this advantage in the previous advantage. Okay, so by using the load distributing, we can enhance performance and increase the computing power of distributed system than a mainframe. Another advantage of distributed system is inherent distribution. We know some applications such as supermarket change. Supermarket change is application which is inherently distributed, because the supermarket change includes are utilized in some supermarket, and this supermarket can be located in different locations, in different places, and so we need to use appropriate application for this application. Another advantage is reliability. Reliability is when there is a mainframe. A mainframe is one matching. Okay, so if the mainframe crash, we cannot use the matching, and the system is the connection between the users and the system is cut off. Okay, so another advantage of distributed system is reliability. If one matching crash, the distributed systems consists of some matches. Okay, one matching crash is not important because the system as a whole can still survive. Yes, the system as a whole can still survive, and okay, in this timeline, the matching which is crashed can be repaired, and also we can add new matches. Okay, and there are some methods which are introduced for this failure. Higher availability and improved reliability. Okay, these are some advantage of using distributed system. Huda, talk about your so okay.
Yes. She told me that my voice have echo. I don't know why.
Okay. Please talk about this, sir. Thank you. Yes, yes, thank you.
اوكي. استاذ يقول بالنسبه للفائده فوائد الديستريبيوتد سيستم هي السرعه بالاضافه للكلفه. السرعه تضاف الى فوائد distributed operating system اللي هو توزيعة أنظمة التشغيل. هنا اكو الانهارت distribution، اكو تطبيقات هي بالاصل distributed، هي بالاصل نفس مميزات الاوبريتنج سيستم، مثل تطبيق السوبر ماركت تشين. الفائدة الأخرى هي reliability. هي عبارة عن يعني يكون معول عليه، يعني يعتمد عليه. يعني يقول في حال إنه واحدة من الماشين صار عطل عليها، باقي السيستم راح يظل محافظ على وجوده وكفاءته. هذه تقريبا هي أهم فائدة حسب ما ذكر الأستاذ، لأنه أي عطل يصير بالنظام من ميزة الديستريبيوتد سيستم راح يبقى يحافظ على وجوده وينفذ بقية المهام إلى أن تتصلح الماشين.
Omar asked about that's one question. Omar Ali Taleb. Okay, and no, Omar. This course is different from the advanced database, and only this file, okay, this file is similar to the file which is presented in the advanced database, and the other files are different. Okay, so but we need to all the students. This is a question. All the students in this class passed the advanced database or not? All the students.
يقول كل الطلاب أخذوا الداتابيس. أنا بالنسبة لي أخذناه داتابيس. دكتور عادل خان طانا اياه. اللي ما اخذه يجاوب، يقول ما اخذيه تقريبا ما اخذ. هدى عبد العظيم تقول ما باخذ. هدى answer no, not take database. Iskandar not taken.
Okay. So there are some students that did not pass the advanced database. Okay, so it's necessary for me to talk about the distributed systems and talk about this slide. Please wait. Other students that pass the advanced. We know this is.
Sorry, sir. It's important database with operating.
No. There is only okay. This presentation file. This presentation file is shared between these two courses. Yes.
Okay. يقول فقط هذا الملف هو يتشابه ويا الداتابيس، من الباقي لا يختلف، فماكو مشكلة.
Okay. Another advantage of a distributed system over centralized system is incremental growth. When wants to increase the computer power in distributed system, okay, we can increase the number of machines, and the computer power can be added in a small increment. It's another advantage of distributed systems. Two other advantages are data sharing and resource sharing. The data is one resource, and these two advantages are get from the network. When there is a network, okay, so we can use the resource sharing and data sharing. In data sharing, allow many users to access to the common database or common file system, okay, and also in resource sharing, the other resources such as color printer can be used by different users, which are use different matches. Okay, so these are two other advantages of using distributed systems. Another advantage is communication. Some applications such as email, chat need communication, and okay, when there is a network, the communication can be provided by the network and enhance human-to-human communication by using these applications. And finally, the flexibility is the last advantage of distributed systems. In distributed systems, the workload is spread over the available matchings. Okay, so this is another advantage of using the distributed systems. Tahir, please talk about this slide.
الفوائد الأخرى للديستريبيوتد سيستم هو الانكريمنتال جروث، اللي هو حساب الطاقة المضافة اللي هي يسموها مودولار اكسباندبل، يعني تصميم توسع التصميم. والفوائد الأخرى هي الداتا شيرنج، يسمح لأكثر مستخدم حتى يدخل الداتابيس المعروفة. والريسورس شيرنج هي مشاركة الموارد. هنا مثل الاكسبنسيف بيرفرال، هنا الأجهزة المحيطة بالحاسب الغالية زي كلر برينتر مثل الطابعة الملونة. والفوائد الأخرى الكوميونيكيشن، الاتصالات أو المواصلات. هنا enhance human to human communication مثل الإيميل، الاتصال بين إنسان وإنسان. مثل الشاتنج اللي هو الانفورمال كونفرسيشن. ومثل الإيميل عن طريق التواصل. الفلكسبيليتي هي هنا يقصد بها المرونة، اللي هو السبريد ذا ورك لود يعني انتشار تحميل الأعمال فوق الموجود، فوق المكان الموجودة. هاي من ضمن الفوائد المرونة.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the goals of distributed systems. The goal of distributed system can be categorized in making resource available, distribution transparency, openness, and scalability. Okay, the first item is make a resource available. When there is a network, there are some matchings. Each matching can has different resources, and okay, so the different resources can be available for many users which are connected to these matchings to the distributed system. Okay, so this is not necessary for each user to have different resources, because the user can use the different types of resources which are in the distributed system. Okay, this is the first goal of distributed system. Another goal of this distributed system is distribution transparency. What is the distribution transparency? How to achieve the single system image, and it's how to make a collection of computers appears as a single computer. It is called the distribution transparency. In distribution transparency, we want to hide all the distribution from the user. Okay, the user we wants to achieve a single system image, and the user all matchings should appear as a single system for our user. Tar, please talk about these two items.
يقول أهداف يقول أهداف ما هي الأهداف من السيستم؟ يعني أول واحدة هي making resources available على الموارد، يعني موجودة، يعني يجعل الموارد موجودة، كلها موجودة. يعني اليوزر يستخدم ماشين واحدة، ما في داعي انه يستخدم اكثر من ماشين. هنا واجب الديستريبيوتد سيستم هو انه يغطي لك انه كانه تستخدم حاسبة واحدة، لكن هو عدة ماشين موجودة. والثانية هي الديستريبيوشن ترانسبرنسي اللي هي شفافية التوزيعات. هنا شلون يدير how to achieve single system image، شلون يدير السنجل سيستم image. أي بمعنى الديستريبيوشن ترانسبرنسي
تتعامل مع سنجل كمبيوتر
يبين لك
ويخفي عنك،
تتعامل مع سنجل كمبيوتر لكن هو ويخفي عنك all the distribution from the user. يعني كل التوزيعات مال الاوبريتنج سيستم كلها يخفيها عنك ويخليك تتعامل وكأنه انت تتعامل مع حاسبة واحدة، لكن هو بالحقيقة لا، انت عدة حاسبات تستعملها. هاي الفائدة هي الرئيسية مال distribution transparency.
Okay. There are different aspects in transparency: access transparency, location transparency, migration, relocation, replication, concurrency, and failure. In access transparency, wants to hide differences in data representation and how a resource in access. The matchings in distributed system can be different in some aspect, in hardware aspect, in software aspects. Okay, so for example, we know the matching can use different hardwares, and also different OS. It can be different local OS can be installed on each matching. Okay, so the data representation are different between the matchings. Okay, so in access transparency, we want to hide difference in the data representation, because the data representation is different between the different matches, different operating system. Okay, so it is the first transparency. The second transparency is location. In this transparency, the location should hide the location of any resources should hide for user. The resource can be located in different matches in any matching. Okay, so and it's not necessary for user to know the actual location of any resource, because the middleware is responsible to get request, and the middleware is responsible to find appropriate resource and send the request to the appropriate resource for the user. And okay, after execution, the result can be returned to the application. It's another transparency. The third transparency, the third aspect is migration. Hide that a resource may move to another location. In migration, we want to move data, or I don't know, the application from one matching to another matchings. Okay, so it can be beneficial because of some failures, because of some because when we want to get high performance from the matches, we can it can be used by the matching. The migration can be used in migration. The data or application can move to another location. And another item is relocation. Relocation and migration are similar to each other, but what's the difference between the relocation and migration? In relocation, a resource may be moved to another location while in use. While in use, it's the difference between the relocation and migration. Another transparency replication. One method which is used in distributed systems replication, usually when there are some users which wants to use the same data, the same resource. Okay, so usually for the data, by replication is a technique that copy from one resource, and these copies can be used by different users. Okay, so the request from the user can be spread between the different replicas. And okay, so this is another transparency and hide that a resource is replicated or is the original data. Concurrency, hide that a resource may be shared by several competitive users. There is a network. There are many users that wants to use something the same resource. Okay, these users are competitive users, and these users there is a competition between the users to use the same resource. Okay, the concurrency should be transparent, and we need to hide this aspect of the system. And finally is a failure. Hide the failure and recovery of a resource. Okay, is another aspect of transparency in distributed system. Tahir, you can talk about this. Thank you.
يتحدث الدكتور على الترانسبرنسي ان ديستريبيوتنج سيستم. ما هي الموارد اللي تستخدم الترانسبرنسي والفائده مالتها؟ مثل ما قلت لكم انه انت ما تحتاج تعرف ايش قاعد يسوي الحاسوب، فهذول راح يخفيهن عنك. ثلاث شغلات راح يخفيهن عنك اللي هي من ضمنها الاكسس، اللوكيشن، والمايجريشن، والريلوكيشن، والريبليكيشن، والكونكرنسي، والفيلر. الاكسس هنا راح هاي ديفرنس ان داتا ريسبيسيفيكيشن راح يخفي عده البيانات الظاهره وما هي الموارد الداخل المدخل إلها الداخل إلها. هنا راح يخفيها عنك. انت تستخدمها في حالات راح يخفيها عنك. انت تستخدمها بدون ما تعرف شنو اللي ليس معناه. اللوكيشن راح يخفي موارد المواقع وين موجودة، يخفيها أيضا عنك. المايجريشن هنا راح الريسورس may move to another location، يعني يخفي الموارد اللي تتحرك أو تذهب إلى موقع آخر. الريلوكيشن هنا هذا الريسورس may be moved to another location while in use. هنا difference، اكو فرق بين المايجريشن والريلوكيشن. هاي مهمة هو أكد عليها. الفرق بين المايجريشن والريلوكيشن إنه المايجريشن move to another location without any use. الريلوكيشن هنا while in use. يعني الفرق إنه بالريلوكيشن أثناء الاستخدام هو راح يخفي الموقع. الريبليكيشن either resource is replicated يخفي الموارد المكررة المستنسخة، نقول كوبي مستنسخة. concurrency التزامن. هنا عدة users مستخدمين competition بيناتهم، راح يصير شلون المنافسة بيناتهم، يستخدمون نفس الموارد. هنا فائدة الكونكرنسي هو يخفي هذا التنافس، ينفذ اللي يريده اليوزر. الفيلر هنا يخفي الفشل، مرات يصير فشل بين التطبيقات او الطلب ما ينفذ الخيار. هنا الديستريبيوتد سيستم الترانسبيرنسي راح يخفيها او يخفي الفشل الموجود حتى يتغلب على المشكلة.
Okay. Omar Ali Talib asked, the administration is the person who managed the device, including hiding location and redundancy. Omar, these responsibilities are related to the software, to the middleware, and there is no any administrator to decide about this transparency. Usually, okay, I say you some my idea in general, not about the specific system. Usually, this responsibility and that these transparencies are provided by the middleware and not by the administrator, and it's not the person. Okay. If okay, any question? Any other question?
سؤال ثاني بعد؟ سؤال.
Okay, we can rest for some minutes for about 10 minutes. Inshallah, after that we can continue this concept. Okay? Are you okay? Thank you.
استراحة 10 دقائق 10 minutes.
اوكي استراحة 10 دقائق 10 minutes. 10 دقائق استراحة.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to continue this concept, my presentation about distributed systems. Can you hear me? Are you ready?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Another goal of distributed system is openness. What is an open distributed system? You can see a general definition of open system. An open distributed system is a system that offers services according to standard rules that describe syntax and semantic of the services. When there are some systems and these systems wants to cooperate with each other and also send information for each other, send message for each other. Okay, so when there are the cooperation between the matchings between the systems, we need to use standard rules. These standard rules are used to present an open system, and also we can see this concept, this definition for the open distributed system. Again, for the open distributed system, some standard rules are defined to describe the syntax and semantic of services. Okay, so different services can be present by different matchings in this service system, and these services is provided by using the standard rules. For example, you can see some web services such as weather services, which is presented by Yahoo company. The web services similar to these services that similar to these services use standard rules. Okay, so when you want to write a service, a web service, you should to know the standard rules which are used to define the services. Okay, an open distributed system can interact with services with services from other open systems. And also you can see an example of standard rules. For example, in computer network, standard rules govern the format, contents, and meaning of message sent and received. In the internet, in the network, there are some servers and some clients, and the message can send and receive between different matches, different OS, different matches in two aspects, in hardware, in software, especially in OS. But since there are some standard rules to create the message, okay, so this message can transfer, can exchange between the matches in a network, in computer networks. Tahir, you can talk about this. Thank you.
اوكي. هنا الاوبنس اند سيستم هنا يعني انفتاح بالديستريبيوتد سيستم اللي هو بالانظمه الموزعه. هنا مثال الاستاذ قبل المثال هو قال offers services according to standard rules. هنا اكو standard rules، قواعد رئيسيه او اساسيه اللي توصف السنتكس والسيمانتكس، هو الجمل والدلالات من هذين الخدمات. الستاندرد رولز ضوء المثال يقول انك تستخدم الياهو مثلا، موقع الياهو هنا الياهو راح يستخدم هذه الستاندرد اللي هي القواعد الأساسية والرئيسية. هذا مثال. ويقول كان interactive with service from other open systems. هنا يقدر يتفاعل مع الخدمات مع الأنظمة مع أنظمة مفتوحة أخرى. والمثال الأمثلة يقول بالشبكات الكمبيوتر القواعد الأساسية والستاندرد رول تتحكم أو تسيطر على ترتيب محتويات معاني الرسائل المرسلة والمستقبلة. المسج سنت and received. هذا مثال على الستاندرد رول اللي يستخدمها الديستريبيوتد سيستم الأوبن سيستم. اوكي.
I think this slide is provided to present in the next session because again we can see an definition for the distributed systems. Another goal of distributed system is scalability, and the first sentence show us that many developers of modern distributed systems easily use the objective scalable without making clear why their system actually scalable is very important. And the developer should concentrate in this aspect. Usually, when the number of users can increase over time. So the developer should to know what is the scalability. A system is scalable if it remains effective. When there is a significant increase in the amount of resource and the number of users. We know that when the number of users increase over time, the administrator should increase the amount of resources. There is a correlation between the number of users and the amount of users, but we know that the application is provided. It's one feature of the application that the application should be scalable when the number of users and the amount of resource increase. But the application should remain effective. The definition of scalability. Tahir, you can talk about this. Thank you.
Yes. Scalability هنا يقصد فيها قابلية التوسع. الأستاذ ضرب مثال، يقول مثال على scalability واضح جدا. يقول لازم تستخدم أنت تطبيق معين، لازم هذا التطبيق يتطور أو الديفلوبر يطوره إنه راح يستخدموه أكثر من مستخدم. هذول المستخدمين يستخدمون هذا التطبيق. إذا كان التطبيق بدون تطوير أو بدون scalability راح يكون هناك اكو مثل اللاج بالتطبيق، ما راح تقدر تستخدمه. فلازم الديفلوبر بصوره مستمره يطور هذا التطبيق اللي هو الابلكيشن حتى يظل فعال لكل المستخدمين اللي يستخدموه. هذا المثال اللي ضربه هو يقصد فيها السكالابيلتي.
Some examples of scalability are Internet, Google. The number of users and services has grown enormously internet, but fortunately the internet is the performance of internet is remain effective. And also another example is Google. The Google scale over the years to handle billion queries a month. Expected query time in Google is about 0.2 seconds. And okay, these are two systems which are scalable, and we know them. Scalability denotes the ability of a system to handle an increase in future loads. Okay, so the developers want to provide the develop the systems should concentrate on the future loads, and they should decide about the algorithm, about their program, about the increasing future loads. Okay, so in this state, their system, the performance of their system can be effective. Okay.
Translate.
Yes, sorry, you can talk about this.
مثال آخر على السكالابيلتي والتوسع أو التطور استخدام الإنترنت. يقول عدد هائل من الخدمات اللي دائما تزيد بشكل هائل. هنا مثل جوجل، مثال جوجل أكثر الناس تستخدمه. فهنا على مطورين جوجل دائما يطورون الالجوريثم مالتهم خوارزميات والسوفت وير مالتهم برامجيات، لانه الاستعلام يصير على جوجل كل 2/10 سكند. هنا جوجل يستخدم قابلية السكالابيلتي حتى يبقى فعال بزيادة مستقبلا بزيادة اللود عليه، يكون فعال. اوكي سر.
Okay. The scalability should exist at least in 3 components. Okay, so you can see 3 components for scalability: size scalability, geographical scalability, and administrative scalability. Size scalability talk about the number of users and number of process, and we know that in size scalability, when the number of users increase over time, we need to increase the number of process to support the users, and also the algorithm should concentrate in these components, in these features. Another the component of scalability is maximum distance between nodes. It's called a geographical scalability. In this component, we know that the user can the distance between the nodes in the system can be increased over time. Okay, for example, the user the system can be used only for example in one university, and after that the user in one city can connect to the system, and over time the user over the country, around the country or around the world, okay, it can increase. It's called geographical scalability. And the final component is the number of administrative domain. This component is introduced for administrative scalability. The domain and administrative domain can can be divided between some nodes. For example, you know the I forget the name. The translator that translate the IP address. Do you know what is a translator that translate the IP address to the host name to the IP address? What is it? What is the name of this translator?
IP address, yes. Internet protocol.
Okay.
Internet protocol, IP address.
Okay, what it's called? Please let me to find the name. It's called
IP address, MAC address.
Yes, DNS. DNS, Domain Name Services.
Yes.
These, yes, thank you, Nora. Yes. Okay. For example, for administrative scalability, I can talk about the DNS. The DNS is translated that translate the host name to the IP address. Okay, so by increasing the number of users and the number of requests, this administrative domain can be spread between some nodes instead of executing in one node. It's called administrative scalability. Okay, you can talk about this.
أمثلة على السكيلابيلتي هنا تشمل الثلاث مكونات اللي هو السايز سكيلابيلتي، حجم التوسع الجغرافيكال سكيلابيلتي والجغرافية سكيلابيلتي والادمنستريتيف. السايز سكيلابيلتي number of users or processes، هنا يعني عدد المستخدمين أو العمليات. السايز سكيلابيلتي. الجيوغرافيكال سكيلابيلتي maximum distance between nodes، هنا المسافة أقصى مسافة between النودز، يعني على مطورين المواقع كل فترة زيدين المسافة بين النودات. الادمنستريتيف سكيلابيلتي هنا يقصد بالنمبر اوف administrative domain، هو مجال توسع الإدارة، وهنا يقصد بالadministrative domain هو زيادة DNS. هذه كلها تصب في توسع وتطور المواقع. لازم تستخدم سكيلابل.
Okay, Tyre. Omar asked another question. Expandability. Do you need giant memories and servers as well as store data?
Sorry, sir. You ask me?
No. Omar asked me this question. Omar asked. Yes, Omar asked this question. Expandability. It can be. It's right. Yes. Yes. Sure, Omar. It can be correct. I don't know why do you ask this question? Why do you talk about the expandability? But this definition can be right. Yes. Okay. How to make a system scale? In this slide, some centralized solution are presented, and we know the centralized solution cause create obstacle for achieving size scalability. For example, you can see the centralized services, the centralized data, and centralized algorithm. For example, one example for centralized services is a single server for our user. Using single server for our user, if the number of users increase over time, this system cannot provide appropriate performance, and it's not effective for all users. Okay, or another example is a single online telephone book. A single online telephone book is an example for centralized data. Okay, all information, all data are stored in one server, and okay, this server is shared between the users, and when the number of users increase over time, this system is not effective because the performance cannot remain effective for all requests. And another example is routing based on complete information. Routing based on complete information. It's an example of a centralized algorithm. Routing algorithm is used in the internet, in the WAN, wide area networks, when there are some networks which are connected over different locations by using different routers. Okay, there is a graph, and we know that different paths are between each two networks. Okay, so there is a need to use the routing algorithm. When a router receives a message, the router is responsible to find appropriate link, to find the message, to forward the message toward the destination. Okay, so there is a need to use the routing algorithm. The routing algorithm can be a distributed algorithm. Okay, distributed algorithm. The information are distributed over some nodes, but when we use a centralized algorithm, each router need to have the complete information of all networks and all links and all nodes in the network to decide about the next link. Okay, so there is a huge information, and it's not scalable. There are some obstacles for achieving size scalability in this slide. Well, please talk about this, Tahir. Thank you.
هنا اكو عوائق إدارة المعوقات بالنسبة للسايز سكيلابل، اللي هو الابستكلز فور اتشيفينج سايز سكيلابل. هنا الكونسبت والاكزامبلز، مثال سنترلايز سيرفيسز. هنا يعني السيرفر واحد مفرد لكل اليوزرات، كل المستخدمين العفو. والسنترلايز داتا والسنجل اونلاين تليفون. هنا ايضا ادرس لايك ادرس سنجل مفرد اونلاين تليفون بوك. هنا كل ما تزيد عدد ارقام التليفونات بالاونلاين، هنا ايضا من المعوقات. السنترلايز الجوريثم هذه مهمة. هنا يقول التوجيه الأساسي توجيه أساس عند إكمال المعلومات. هنا من قال الأستاذ بصورة مستمرة لازم المطورين يغيرون بالالجوريثم مالتهم حتى يبقى هذا الموقع فعال ويشمل كل المعلومات اللي تجي او الكويري اللي تجي الاستعلامات اللي تجي للموقع، لازم يكون فعال ومشمول بالسكيلابيلتي. هذا الامثله هو اداره معوقات الحجم السكيلابيلتي، السايز سكيلابيلتي. اوكي سر.
Okay, thank you, Tahir. I think that's enough for today. The time is over, and okay, we can talk about the other slides, inshallah, in the next session. Thank you, Tahir, and thank you all other
Okay,
participants in this class.
I want to talk with you just a minute. I think in the second lecture, I will going with group 90.
Okay.
I changed my group before this lecture. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. Okay, Tahir.
So the Navad group.
Navad group.
Navad
Professor
group, yes.
Okay.
90 group. These are my friends, and I will attend with them.
Okay.
In my personal, I don't know if it's accepted or not.
Okay. I don't know something about this. The 90 group or other numbers of groups. I don't know anything about these. But I think okay. In the next session, you are in the next in another class, not this class. I think. Okay.
It's completed my process or not?
Okay. You can talk with university. Okay. Thank you for this session. Thank you. At least thank you for this session because helping us. Okay. Any other question?
اكو سؤال اخوان يقول منو عنده سؤال؟
Okay, thank you. Have a good time and bye for now. Inshallah until the next time, the next section inshallah. You're welcome. خدا حافظ شما. خدا نگهدار شما. متشکرم. خیلی ممنون طاهر. خیلی ممنون. متشکرم از همگی. خدا حافظ شما. خدا نگهدار. You're welcome.